Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining. This is Shobha Singhal and thank you for watching this video. Today we have a very special guest, Amrit Pal Kaur. She's a corporate navigator, she's a career counselor, and most importantly, she's part of my community, the Transformers Hub and the Avengers Hub. In the last few months that we have been associated with, I have seen tremendous transformation, tremendous growth in Amrit's journey. And most importantly, Amrit has a lot of experience, a lot of work she has done in her life, but she's playing, I would say, the third innings of her life. She's completely transforming herself, and it's unbelievable to see her journey. And let's hear from Amrit directly today. How are you, Amrit, ma'am? Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Shobhit. Thanks for having me. Very well doing and very excited to talk to you.
Thank you, ma'am. You are currently in Australia, so we are having an international call.
Yes, right. You're right.
So, how's the weather there, ma'am? How is everything?
As you can see, it's I'm wearing my winter stuff.
Right.
It's 14 degree only, and as the night will, deepen, it will go up to 8 degrees. So it's really cold. It was raining very badly, though it was sunny today, but obviously, Melbourne weather is
Yeah,
very unpredictable.
I know, ma'am. So great, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. So, before we start anything, just for a minute, why don't you talk about what you are doing currently and how did you started this journey of helping corporate professionals?
Okay, so Shobhit, as you know, I have 14 years of experience into corporate life where I was working into US market specifically for US Fortune 500 clients. And with this deepened experience in US markets, one thing when I started working was very, very engraved in my mind and it never left was having my own venture.
Hmm.
And that was the seed always there, but due to a number of reasons, when we start working, it's always, ups and downs. So that always holded me. It was destiny that, yes, I started looking forward to creating my own venture, which had multiple dimensions.
Hmm.
And one part was career counseling, because I have seen people living in US from India,
Hmm.
how they get stuck in their careers because of the wrong career choices, be it force, be it parental pressure or peer pressure, or just thinking that this particular subject or line will give them a really good earning potential, and they just forget about the other areas of their life, that being happy in the job is much more important rather than just earning money. So that is how my thought process started helping people in this area. So career counseling, career transition, and of course, the HR support. These are the three major areas where I'm helping people and the corporates.
That's awesome, ma'am. I think uh, because of wrong career choices, people are losing their emotional quotient also these days. So I think career counselors and corporate navigators are very important. Your niche is booming actually, according to me. So that's great, ma'am. So now your LinkedIn says that you're a founder of Sage Solutions.
Yeah.
So what is Sage Solutions? How did you started this, and why did you start Sage Solutions?
Okay. So self solution is very close to my heart
Mm.
uh, because, as I said earlier, also that it was very much in my mind that I have to do something on the career side, being from the HR background.
Mhm.
So that was very much engraved, and that is how the sales solution was born. And it is something where sales solution talks about not just about career navigation or career counseling. I
Mm.
also see, people, because I'm also an introvert, a hardcore introvert, and I see leadership failing on the communication level. And introverts do face such challenges. And I really want to support them because I have been there. I have been in them foot, and the kind of challenges I faced, I don't want people to face it. So that is also one of the thing. And I also help with through Sage Solution to the corporates working on their specifically, SMEs and small companies, the startups who don't want or don't have the bandwidth or the money to start their HR departments internally. So outsourcing their HR needs is what I'm helping them.
Okay, great, ma'am. That's good to know actually. I think this is one problem that as counselors and trainers, people just give the training, give the counseling and come back. They don't give
Yeah,
a holistic solution. So I think that's why consulting business is very important that, we are consulting from 360-degree perspective, not just 90-degree perspective. So
yeah.
that's a very interesting thing. So let's come back to, ma'am, what you were doing before we shook hands on Transformers Hub. So how was your journey that time? What you were doing and what were the challenges that you were facing? That I wanted to know. Before you started working with me, what kind of work you had and what exactly you were doing? What different you were doing that time?
Okay, so as Shobit, you know that my perspective or my vision was very, very broad, and
Mm,
today also it is. But even if having a broader vision, you have to take, baby steps to reach the larger, goal in your life or in your business, because building a business is not an easy thing, and each and every step is very, very important. And baby steps are where you really get confused whether you are on the right track or
mm,
you are doing something which is just waste of time and money. So before joining you, of course the vision was right, but I was not on track.
mm,
When I'm talking about the track, it is about different areas, but every area is correlated. As you know, the career counseling, career transition, and the HR services and the leadership development, this is all interrelated. And one of the major problem I was facing was the direction,
mm,
and that is why I was looking for a good mentor who
mm,
could guide me how I streamline my thought process.
mm.
And that is how we met.
Okay, great. I think this is one of the biggest, takeaway for people that, doing too many things will always hamper you to start your business. Once you start the business, then you can venture into multiple things. If you look at the
Yeah,
biggest brands, Amazon, Apple, they all started with one thing. They all started with
yeah,
one thing. Apple only started with laptops. Like, sorry, not even laptops. They started with, these big Macintosh machines basically, and then they started, then years on years and decades later they started creating this portfolio. Amazon started with selling books. So this is one thing people need to realize, that start small and go big. That's one thing
yeah.
that, very important. Or also, ma'am, you mentioned that, having a mentor, you are looking for a mentor. Unfortunately, especially in the corporate field, just yesterday I was talking to a person and they say, I don't need a mentor, Shobit, I know everything. So what is your message to people who think that they don't need a mentor? Even at your experience, you have 20 plus years of experience with different corporates, you have worked so much, you have such a age experience, work experience, still you were seeking for a mentor. People still have, hesitation towards it. What is your message to those people?
See, Shobit, I would say, not having a mentor, I mean, thinking that, yes, I know, I might be knowing certain things, but I'm a human. I will not know everything. As a mentor, everyone, the mentor will see things from the higher level. That
Mm,
person is sitting at the 20th floor and I'm just on the ground floor. I cannot see the things what my mentor can see from the 20th floor. And
mm,
the giving the holistic, not just the holistic viewpoint, and being absolutely unattached, critical, or I would say unbiased
mm,
feedback, that where we are going wrong or where we are just wasting our time.
mm,
That is something a person who has been into your steps, has gone through those difficulties, and that is where the mentorship comes in. Even in corporates also, if you see that some leaders fail, why do they fail?
mm,
The only reason is they are first time leaders and they don't know where they are going wrong, because handling teams is not an easy job. And
mm,
if they are having this ego that I don't want a mentor, I know everything, you might be knowing everything about the job you are doing, but soft skills today
mm,
is of utmost importance. And creating your brand, if
mm,
you want to go ahead, if you want to actually leave impression or lead by example, that is where the mentorship comes.
mm.
It's I personally feel this is ego that I know everything,
Hmm.
because no one knows everything. That's my personal experience. If
Hmm.
you are claiming it, then you could be really successful. Success in the sense, not just money, in the sense in relationships, building a brand, building your what do you say, business and everything. Even, high profile corporates also, they also look for mentorships. Why?
Hmm.
Because they are going to one person for a specific niche. That person has excelled,
Hmm.
and for that knowledge it is very important. To me personally, I feel that
Hmm.
if you want to thrive in your careers, in your personal life, mentorship is very important, as per me.
Yes, great, ma'am. Thank you. So, talking about this point, mentorship, at what point you decided that, okay, I will choose Shobit as a business mentor and I will join Transformers Hub? What changed on, what made you take that decision? Because there's always that turning point in the mind, right? Okay, I have to take this decision. So, what was your turning point, ma'am?
So, Shobit, just revisiting our first interaction,
Hmm.
I met you in a webinar, right? And the only thing which convinced me to go for you, it was an instant decision. Usually, I don't take instant decisions, but it was instant decisions. Number one, your energy, and number two, you were very transparent. The
Hmm.
way you were delivering whatever you were saying, it actually did not feel that you are manipulating, because I have attended too many webinars, many mentors I tried to, connect with. But only one thing, the energy and my, I would say the instinct said that yes, the person is honest. And honesty is one thing which I look into mentorship. Even I have been mentoring people
Hmm.
on different areas.
Hmm.
But when I get the feedback that, ma'am, we feel very comfortable talking to you and we can ask you any question, the same energy I got from you. And it is a very crucial thing, whether you are handling team, whether you are a leader, whether you are building a business, or whether you are just in a job and delivering your own work. Even in personal life also, if honesty is not there and you are manipulative, it
Hmm.
is caught. And I personally
Hmm.
don't like manipulators. I'm very straightforward person. I tell on your face, this is going to work and this is not going to work. And that is how, that is the reason I prefer to go with you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your lovely words. So, three things, when you actually make a decision, look for honesty, look for transparency, and look for energy, positivity of the person. That's like very important. In fact, for me also, when I chose my mentor, ma'am, it was because of, transparency. He was very transparent, and he actually, one of the reasons I chose my mentor also. One of the days he actually, admitted that I had made so many mistakes in life, and after doing 8 years of trials and errors, and now I'm getting some success. So because you see all these mentors and trainers, they all boast about life, look at, I'm so perfect. The mentor who actually tells that, okay, these are the mistakes that I made, these are the lessons that I learned in mistakes, I think those are the mentors you learn the most, right? So I think,
Yeah,
yeah, that was.
absolutely. You are absolutely right, Shobit. Here, I would like to add, as a humans, no one knows everything. No one can know. And it is, even AI also claims that I don't know everything.
Yeah.
I have a limitation, right? So how as a human you will know everything? Yes, you are expert in your niche.
Mm.
That is what you can say. But still, as a human, we make mistakes. And that is how we are humans.
Mm.
That's very important.
Yeah. So, ma'am, once you joined the Transformers, you were going through weekly calls, you were having one-to-ones with me, and soon, after 2, 3 months, you joined the Avengers also. And how was that entire experience for you? How did you learn? Did you see any noticeable changes in yourself? What exactly happened after the journey started, you and me working together?
Okay, so Shobit, this is something, again, I'm coming back to the point that
Yeah.
I'm a hardcore introvert and I have struggled a lot being an introvert.
Mm.
So being camera shy, being on social media, putting myself on social media, you won't believe it. Throughout my life, I never had my Instagram or Facebook page,
Mm.
because I never wanted to share my personal life with anyone. I felt like, you are standing on the road and shouting about your personal life. which is against my ethics. That's what l- I never liked it.
mm,
So, being that camera shy to today, it's not just about talking to you over camera.
mm,
It's about putting post, putting my personal life and everything on social media. Is something, if you were not there, or you might not have forced me to today, let's do it, it
mm,
wouldn't have happened. So, and also,
mm,
uh, I am able to articulate my thoughts much better
mm,
towards the business, what actually I wanted, because there was a big draft. Having a draft is one thing, but for execution, you really need the baby steps, and you have to break that draft to small steps, and breaking that draft to small steps to each day accomplish one single thought or one single task,
mm,
and executing it perfectly. That is how you actually take, baby steps, and reach the point where you personally feel, yes, I can do. The
mm,
confidence, you get. So
mm.
that is why I always say that mentorship is very important.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I think when we started working together, the kind of content that you were making, the kind of, the confidence that you had on camera. I remember I gave you a slot once in my weekly call, and I gave you a 30-minute slot. But you said, but after 7 minutes, you said, Shobit, I don't know what else to speak. So I'm done. And that was last year. And this year, in the beginning only, you had this employability series, and you took a session on communication. And my God, what an amazing session it was. And I think it was a completely different Amrit I saw. It was not the same Amrit that I saw last year. So that transformation is amazing. Like it's like speechless transformation, ma'am. I just wanted to say that it was amazing. And I think now you are getting into the hang of, doing that. You're enjoying what you're speaking, you're enjoying the ppts, you're enjoying the process. Coming to ppts and all that, ma'am, so you have grilled a lot in last months, ma'am. You have taken multiple sessions, multiple one-to-ones. I think people have not showed up, people showed up, people did not buy, people attended the webinar, not attended the webinar. You have gone through a lot of grills. In fact, I remember you didn't even know how to use Canva, and now you're making your own posters everywhere. You didn't know how to, how to write an article, and now you are actually editing and properly writing articles on LinkedIn. Such a big transformation, ma'am. How is this journey going for you? Like, what happened? Tell me the pain points you felt, that okay, over some nights that you were not able to sleep because of this work, and tell me some pain points in last few months that you felt.
So, Shobit, when I'll start talking about the pain points, you'll get bored, to be very honest,
Name a
because
few. Name a few.
okay, so one thing which was always there was technology. Technology is evolving every day. Though I have been using, internet since ages, but still every day, when I started working with you, I felt like, oh my God, I have to do this, and then I'll learn this, then I'll execute it, and then I'll produce. Oh my God, this is too taxing, and I spent hours and hours to learn certain things. And that is what technology was, something which was not, and I was not very enthusiastic about it to learn it, because my work was not that much
Mm,
I would say technology driven. What today we are using technology as. So the basic stuff I knew it.
mm,
But luckily, it's not just you also, Shobhit, throughout my life. Whenever I asked for, I always had a mentor, whether it was my boss, my reporting manager, or anyone. And they have been helping me a lot. Really, I'm grateful to God on this. And
mm,
that is how I learned a lot from Transformers Hub also on the technology point, which really gave me pain points. I'm still learning. I'm not still pro with Canva and other stuff. Every day, new AI is coming, new app is coming. But yes, I do have a hang of it. I can use technology at least to a certain extent. I'm satisfied. But of course, I'm still not expert and I'm still learning. And maybe, this will keep on ongoing thing for me.
So, ma'am, actually, there are a lot of people who might be watching this, and they are in the same zone. They're not able to, do things. They are not able to get technology. They're not able to sell. They are not able to, get enrollments. So recently you got some clients also, I know, students, and you are helping some people. So when you started getting this kind of attention, when you started getting this recognition as a coach, as a mentor, and finally when you started receiving some money also for that. So tell me that how was that feeling, that okay, when you had that kind of validation from the market, that okay, what I'm doing is working now. How was that feeling when you started getting that results?
Obviously you get elated, Shobita, and also when you are working, money is one major factor which keeps you
Mm,
motivated because you have bills to pay, right? So that is very important. But my motivation is never just the money.
mm,
Number one is that, see, for example, if uh, today I am successful to a certain extent, my
mm,
mentor will be much more happier than me
mm,
because it is his success.
mm,
I am the product of my mentor.
mm,
Similarly, when my mentees come to me and they share their feedback
mm,
that this is what we got success in. For example, I was mentoring one person about getting how to get interviews cracked, and I helped him to do his LinkedIn, his resume, and then how to take the interview, and he got the offer.
mm.
Actually, today itself, he called me and he updated me that, ma'am, I got the offer. The
Awesome. Mm,
kind of satisfaction you get.
mm,
It's not just about the money. It is about the success. You feel like, okay, I got the offer.
mm.
That is how you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
because that is the accomplishment that, yes, if I was able to guide someone, if I was a change maker in someone's life,
Mm.
that is very elating.
Yeah, yeah. And I know. In fact, when your student gets success, like when you started getting success, when Deepa ma'am, when Devna, Jharna, all these, or Kavya, all these mentees of mine, they started getting success. There's a sense of that sense of achievement in myself also, that okay, these guys are achieving so much. And my mentor tells about always think win win win, not win win. So you should be winning, your client should be winning, and your client's client should be winning. So if you
Yeah.
can create a structure, if you can if you train your mentees in that way, that's the best. And that's what I keep telling people, that you're be obsessed with your students' journey. If you are able to do that, then you will be able to get success. Awesome, ma'am. So good to hear that. So, ma'am, now you're working with corporate professionals mostly, right? You are helping them navigate, and there are a lot of, still, like, we are changing in 2025, we are changing, but still we have a long way to go. Still there are a lot of corporate politics is there, wrong career choices are there. A lot of Indian market is very bad, like my sister works in JP Morgan, and she's working in America right now. When she was in Bangalore, she used to say the company is same, Shobit, but the culture is very different. India JP Morgan is very different. American JP Morgan is very different. So the culturally we are still in that zone of that what was that का जमींदारी system, कि हम आपके boss है तो आप हमारे नीचे हो. So that mentality is still there. So there are a lot of corporate professionals who are going through this every single day. What is your message to all of them? What they are feeling and how they are feeling, and what is your organic message to them? What do you feel like telling them?
Of course, Shobit, see, every country has a different,
Hmm,
culture.
hmm,
And when it comes to the cultural differences, that is something one has to handle. Being an Indian in Australia, being an Indian in America, and being an Indian in India are
hmm,
three different things.
hmm,
And the way of working is also very different. But one thing is always there:
hmm,
try to respond to the situations rather than reacting. That is something very, very important. The problem comes in when we start reacting and we don't have any hold on our emotions. That
hmm,
is why I say learn to handle it,
hmm,
and do not hesitate to go for a mentor because sometimes we get biased. I was quite overwhelmed with the news in the market, in last couple of months when we saw too many suicides and all those things. The
hmm,
work pressure, what people were feeling, and they were unable to handle the pressures, job pressures, as well as the politics.
hmm,
The person who's creating politics in your company is also a human, maybe going through certain things, but you have the option to respond rather than react. So
mm,
the reactive response is something which kills you.
mm.
And this is the organic message I would like to say, that do not hesitate to take help. The reason is sometimes we do get biased with our emotions. So getting out of those emotions is your mentor's job.
Yeah.
Go for it and do not hesitate. There is
Yeah,
no
so
ego about it.
yes. So I would like to add a message to all the professionals who are watching this. Whatever you're earning right now, keep 10% of that for your mentors per month. This is what I do. So let's say if you're earning 50,000, keep 5,000 to pay your mentor every month, whoever is your mentor, or basically to learn from that person. If I'm earning 1 lakh, I keep 10,000 separately, not in 1 month, but I pay quarterly, or I enroll for the programs. Like, I go for these. So self-help, my 10% of my salary is always reserved for my growth, for my mental state. That's very important. And secondly, if you want help in navigating through this, and you want to change, make a shift, or any kind of corporate service you need, please hit up Amrit on LinkedIn. I will add her LinkedIn link in the description. Please connect with her on the link. LinkedIn is good, ma'am. I think that's where
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
very active, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So LinkedIn, please
absolutely.
hit her up on LinkedIn, guys. So
I would like to add, Shobhit, expand on what your thought. I would not say that, save it for your mentor. Invest on yourself.
yes.
That is the
Mm.
right thing. Investing in yourself is something which will go in the long run in your favor.
Yeah, correct. So that's exactly like, this is not for anyone else. This is for your own self, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Very important.
absolutely.
So, ma'am, last two questions. Number one is, what is your way forward now, ma'am? What are you looking? What is your vision in next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? Where you want to take Sage Solution? What do you want to be known for? What is your future looks like in the next few years?
Okay, so Shobhit, as you know, that I have four pillars where I'm working on. So definitely, I have a very big vision about said solution, and I see such solution now within 2025 and 2026.
Mm,
Definitely, taking a shape which people can see. Right now, it's only me who's seeing it. And
mm,
yeah, I can see that, yes, it
mm,
is taking the shape. But
mm,
now people will start seeing it that, yes, such solution has arrived
mm.
and it is there to thrive.
Awesome, ma'am. It will be. It will be. I'm with you. Very.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, that's great, ma'am. So, uh, one last question I wanted to ask you is that there are a lot of people who are attending a lot of sessions of mine, and they get connected with me, and I ask them to join Transformers Hub and start your consulting journey. But sometimes they have hesitations. Sometimes they want to, they are second guessing themselves, which is completely accepted. What is your message to those people who are still thinking of starting their consulting business and working towards their goals, especially without especially with the help of Transformers Hub? What they are still in the thinking zone. What is your message to them?
So I have only one message, Shobit. If you really want to do it, go for it.
Mm,
Don't get into the that analysis paralysis kind of thing.
mm,
That is something will kill you, and you will keep on thinking for next 7 years, nothing will change.
mm,
If you really want to make a change in your life, take a decision. Now is always the time. There is never that when this will happen and I'll do this. It is not going to happen. You will always be facing one thing or the other thing in life. Life is never perfect.
mm,
Do it now. And if you are unable to take the decision today, you will never be able to take the decision tomorrow. That is for granted. So if you want to make any transformation in your life,
mm.
join the transformation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I'm very happy that you're looking at your journey, ma'am. From being with the community, now you are part of the community. You are serving the community professionally. We are collaborating now on the communication skills. So I'm very happy with that, ma'am. Any last question you want to ask me, ma'am, before we wind up?
I don't have any questions, Shobit, but definitely, I have some good wishes that I want to see Shobit single, and I could probably, proudly announce that yes, he's my mentor. I want to see you.
Mm,
Uh, I have a vision for you to see you there. So that is what I'm looking forward to 2025, 26, as I am looking forward to for said solution to thrive. I also see you thriving in your life.
Awesome, ma'am. Thank you so much. And what I want to see in this year itself, or maybe next year max, Transformers Hub and Safe Solution coming together for something big. That's what
Awesome.
I don't want to be a lone ranger and work on only transformers. What I want is, let's create an ecosystem where we can serve people in the best way. If any corporate
Sure.
professional comes to me, they want to leave the job and start the business, so single is there for you. If they want to continue the job and fight the way back in, Amrit Pal Kaur is there. So it's an ecosystem where all of us are there for people. It's not, we are not different. We are in the same ecosystem. That's what I want. Yeah.
Thank you, Shobhit. Thank you
Great.
so much.
We'll do that, ma'am. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this. And for everyone, those who are still, those who want to, connect with me, have a one-to-one with me, I'll put a link into that, or the next webinar that I will do, attend that. And if you want to, if you're a working professional, especially, or if you are confused about your career, Amrit is the right person to, guide you. Please, meet her directly with her link, and also connect with her on the LinkedIn, which I will share. Okay. Thank you, Amrit, ma'am. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thanks for having me.